Welcome to Astrogen. Today, we're going to the place they call Earth's twin, but it's anything but friendly. For decades, we called Venus Earth's twin. Similar size, similar mass, but that is where the similarities end. From space, it looks like a beautiful marble, but let's get closer, much closer.
As we enter, the atmosphere grips us. The winds up here scream at over 400 kilometers per hour. These clouds aren't made of water. They are made of sulfuric acid. It rains acid here, but it never hits the ground. The pressure builds. At the surface, it is 92 times Earth's atmospheric pressure.
It feels like being 900 meters below the ocean.
Damn.
If the ocean were made of hot carbon dioxide.
Welcome to the surface. This is the geography of a nightmare.
It's the hottest planet in our solar system. Hot enough to melt lead instantly.
There is no water, no rain, only relentless, crushing heat.
Meet Mons, a shield volcano towering over the landscape. Venus is the volcanic capital of the solar system.
These vast lowlands are frozen lava seas, evidence of a planet-wide cataclysm.
Unique to Venus, pancake domes, formed by thick, pasty lava squeezing out of the ground.
This is Aphrodite Terra, a continent the size of Africa, scarred by immense rift valleys.
Diana Chasma, a rift valley where the crust is being torn apart by internal forces.
It stretches for over 1,000 kilometers, a scar on the face of the planet.
In the north lies Ishtar Terra, a highland plateau surrounded by mountain ranges.
This is Maxwell Montes, the highest point on Venus.
It rises 11 kilometers above the average surface, taller than Mount Everest. These are Coronae, giant ring structures caused by hot magma plumes pushing up from the mantle.
They can stretch hundreds of kilometers wide. Imagine a continent-sized blister.
Recent data suggests these volcanoes aren't extinct. They may be active right now.
Novae, star-shaped fracture zones where the crust has been stretched thin.
Lakshmi Planum, a volcanic plateau surrounded by mountains, resembling Tibet on Earth.
Tesserae, the most deformed terrain on Venus. It looks like a jigsaw puzzle crushed by a giant hand.
On Earth, the crust moves in plates. It's a slow, efficient cooling system.
On Venus, the crust is one solid piece. We call this a stagnant lid.
Without plates to release heat, the interior gets hotter and hotter.
Eventually, the pressure becomes too much. The planet screams. These mountains aren't made by plates colliding. They are made by the crust crumpling under its own weight.
The Montes, fold mountains created by immense horizontal compression.
Giant mantle plumes, like blowtorches, push up from the core.
The entire surface is in a state of constant deformation.
Alpha Regio, a region so complex it looks like the brain of a dying giant. Lava channels stretch further than the Nile River, liquid rock flowing like water.
Mead Crater, the largest impact crater on Venus.
But notice the floor. It's flat. Lava erupted after the impact, filling it in.
Where are the old craters? Why are they all so fresh? Scientists believe that 300 to 500 million years ago, Venus erupted everywhere, all at once.
It wiped the slate clean, buried every old crater, started over.
Today, only about 1,000 craters dot the surface. For a planet this size, that's almost nothing.
The thick atmosphere is a shield. Only the biggest asteroids make it through.
If it's smaller than a kilometer, it's torn apart by the dense air.
Some craters look like splats. The asteroid broke up in the air and hit the ground like buckshot.
Others leave butterfly-shaped patterns caused by the low-angle impact.
If you stood here, the sky would be a terrifying orange. You'd see nothing else.
At the surface, the wind is sluggish, about 1 meter per second, but the air is so thick, it feels like a current.
High above, the clouds race around the planet every 4 Earth days.
This is called superrotation. The atmosphere moves 60 times faster than the planet rotates.
Lightning crackles through the acid clouds. It's more frequent here than on Earth.
Mysterious glows, called the ashen light, have been seen on the night side, possibly volcanic or electrical. If you could see the sun, the thick atmosphere would bend the light, turning sunsets green.
We've sent probes here. The Soviet Venera landers lasted only minutes before being crushed or melted.
These are the only photos we have from the surface. A dead, barren landscape stretching to the horizon.
No machine lasts long here. No life could ever evolve.
Corona, a 200-kilometer-wide bullseye. Is this where new crust is born? Mons, one of the tallest volcanoes. In the 1990s, we saw evidence of an active eruption here. These are Tesserae, volcanic craters that collapsed after a massive eruption.
Mons is glowing in infrared. It's hot, right now.
Beneath the surface, lava tubes snake for hundreds of miles, hollow tunnels of cooled rock.
Estla Regio, a region where the crust is rising due to mantle heat.
Beta Regio, home to the massive Rift Valley, Devona Chasma.
A rift valley that would make the East African Rift look like a scratch. Teamos, a shield volcano so large, it defines the landscape of Beta Regio.
From the highest mountain to the deepest rift, Venus is a world of geographic extremes.
So why are we so different? We started with the same ingredients.
Billions of years ago, Venus may have had oceans. It may have been habitable.
But Venus is closer to the sun. As the sun brightened, the oceans evaporated.
Water vapor trapped heat. The planet got hotter. The oceans boiled.
In a runaway greenhouse effect, the oceans boiled away entirely.
On Earth, rain and plate tectonics lock carbon into rocks.
On Venus, there's no rain, no subduction. The carbon just
Stayed.
The atmosphere became 96% carbon dioxide, a suffocating blanket.
Venus also lacks a magnetic field. Its core is similar to ours, but it's not generating a shield.
Without a magnetic field, the solar wind strips the atmosphere, yet it remains impossibly thick.
But we aren't done. NASA's DAVINCI mission will plunge through the atmosphere in the coming years.
VERITAS will map the surface with unprecedented detail, revealing the secrets of the Tesserae.
Europol's EnVision will hunt for active volcanoes, searching for the heartbeat of the planet.
Venus is a warning, a reminder of what happens when a planet loses control.